Every week, it seems like I'm saying AI is moving faster than ever. Superhuman coding AI agents in the workforce. It's not just hype, it's hitting now. The headlines are coming thick and fast. xAI's Grok 3, OpenAI's O3, Androids creeping closer. By androids, I mean robots. Are you feeling overwhelmed? I know I am. When I read these headlines and see all this is coming, it's overwhelming to me as well. But that's why I'm doing this, as I've told you before. I can't even dodge the automation cliff, I guess we'll call it. Goldman Sachs warns 300 million jobs could vanish, 2/3 automated. Coursera's clocked an 866% surge in AI skill demand. But along with that, 50%, almost 50% pay bumps if you understand this stuff. And understanding these breakthroughs isn't optional anymore. We've talked about that. It's your mission. It's critical for your career, your future, your everything. That's where your human coefficient comes in. Creativity, judgment, experience, adaptability. If you've watched the last episode or so, you've seen this, the self-assessment score and action plan. You can print it in color. I'm too cheap. Ink is not cheap, is it? Anyway, so download that from that episode, take the test, see where you end up, and go from there. And it's important that you do that. Otherwise, you won't know where to start. So this week's been a whirlwind. It's knocking on my door. It's knocking on your door. Just last week, I'm sitting here sipping coffee, reading the news, and bam, I see xAI's Grok 3 lands. It's all over the news. People like Andre Carpathe and Lex Friedman can't stop raving about it. Built it in, a short amount of time, powered by a monster number of NVIDIA chips. Some people are claiming that Grok 3 is the sharpest AI out there. I'm no tech wizard, never touched code. But imagine this, if it could whip through your paperwork faster than you can say coffee break. White-collar workers, desk warriors are on notice. It's not just factory floors. Coursera says managing these tools are up 1,100% because bosses don't know how to do it. So they're looking for people. So here's where I'd lean on my experience, your years of juggling tasks. Picture your daily grind. Grok 3 could clear that in a snap. Take 15 minutes today. Jot down 3 chores that you hate. That's where LLMs shine. Coursera has a free course on using tools like this. It's pretty simple stuff. No fancy degree needed. It's a 2025 skill to hand off the grunt work and focus on what matters. A couple weeks back, we talked about OpenAI's O3 Mini and deep research models, and they just popped up fast. DeepSeek was so cheap that it caused NVIDIA stock to crash because people thought, why do we need all of these thousands upon thousands of NVIDIA chips whenever we could just train this thing for $5 million? And then, the one of the Stanford or Ivy League school guys trains one on $30, cost of a pizza, cost of your macho burrito after a late night of having a few cocktails. And then operator comes along, and that thing can book flights, it can order your groceries, it can do real jobs. So now OpenAI is testing O3 on real freelance gigs, fixing software glitches worth $88,000, picking solutions worth $250. It's nailing 40% of a $1 million pile of tasks, bug fixes to big projects. Even I used to, we all did, we shuffled our bills by hand. The old checkbook came out, and that stuff drove me nuts. I hated that. I hate money. I always said if I end up in hell, I'm going to be an accountant for an eternity because I don't know how you guys do it that are CPAs. To me, There's nothing worse. I just send everything to my accountant and say, here, it's a big mess, and he expects nothing, nothing less from me. He doesn't even ask anymore. And it seems like he can do it in a day, and it's a mess. But anyway, ugh, yuck. I mean, it literally makes me queasy to think about. Just turning everything over to these LLMs. And I'm sorry, I say AIs a lot, and that's a generic term. It's like saying Kleenex for tissue, or anything else, Tylenol for aspirin. But there's AI, artificial intelligence. There's AGI, artificial general intelligence, and there's ASI, artificial superintelligence. But anyway, when I say AI, sometimes I also mean LLMs. Well, everything's part of AI. LLMs are like your ChatGPT, your Claude, Gemini, Grok 3, Llama from Meta, Facebook. I'm missing a lot. And there's a lot of open source stuff too that you can jump on YouTube and learn about. Open source lets you kind of, if you're skilled enough, you can download some models onto your desktop and run everything. You wouldn't even need to be connected to the internet. You would just run it as if you were hooked to the internet, but everything stays private on your machine. So you don't have to worry about anybody eavesdropping on you if that's something you worry about. Using your creativity, using what you learn here, what you learn in other places, using your creativity comes in. Use it, dream up ways to learn to use this stuff. Just use it. Anytime you have a question, instead of asking Siri or Alexa, go to ChatGPT, Claude, Grok 3, ask them. You'll get a lot of different answers, more in-depth answers, all correct answers for the most part. Although if we haven't talked about the fact that LLMs can hallucinate, they can make up stuff. So you have to be a little bit wary of that, although, half the stuff on the internet right now is made up. So that's probably not half, but I exaggerate when I'm trying to think of examples. But your creativity, think of your day, customer calls, data entry, planning trips, maybe fixing a glitch in the system, in the matrix. Spend 15 minutes listening to or listing 3 headaches Operator or O3 could fix, or any other LLM. Coursera's deep learning course is up 500% in demand. Shows you how to steer these helpers. No tech genius required. It's not, like we've talked about before, it's not hard. If I can learn it, you can learn it. I'm an idiot. So, I mean, it's simple. That's what's so great about it. And that's what scares people. It seems like that it can do anything, but the more you use it, the more you understand that it does hallucinate. It does have its moments where you think, what the heck are you talking about? You can't trust everything it says. Will it get better? Of course it will. As I've seen people say a million times, this is as worse as it's ever going to be. So it's just going to get better and better, but it's going to be a long time before us people aren't needed. And I know there'll be people in the comments section that say I'm wrong, and that's fine. That's good. I'm glad we're having discussions in the comments section. Again, I would like to see your scores on the self-assessment and action plan, see where you're at. I think you'd be surprised to know where I was at. I was surprised to see where I was at. It scared me a little bit. But I'm not going to tell you until you tell me, dang it. Put some of your answers down there. Let's keep this conversation going. Anyway, so, what's going on right now? Well, the chatter's wild. There's androids from a company called Clone Robotics. And no, that doesn't mean they've cloned a robot. It's just the name of their company. And they're building human-like machines. I'm going to try to find a graphic to put on top of me speaking here, but there's muscle and bone over the machine. It's gross looking. I really want to find a picture. I hope I do, but I've seen all those videos of robots hauling crates. It's creepy, but it's real. By 2030, they reckon AI could match us. Doing the dishes, doing the laundry, making you a sandwich. A lot of these robot companies are saying right now that they can do all of it already. And like we've talked about, for the price of a used car. So, you think about it, Grok 3 is tackling paperwork, operators booking my vacation, O3 is nabbing freelance cash, clone robotics. They're hauling boxes everywhere, and I see the old grind's fading. Your coefficient, your human coefficient, your experience and plus creativity plus judgment times adaptability that you'll find in that a PDF to download, and it's free. It's your edge in this mess. Indeed says people with AI skills nab, like we've said, 47 to 50% more pay. There's a 43% increase in sales, 42% in finance. And bosses are scrambling. They're searching. They can't find the talent. 75% have said they can't find the talent. That's your 2025 window right there. So again, I've got this free human coefficient self-assessment, and I'll link the PDF down below this video as well. Just got to click on it and go through the steps, and you can have it. It's free. Rate yourself, your experience, your years of getting stuff done, your creativity, your knack for ideas, judgment, your gut calls, adaptability, your roll with it vibe. And adaptability, I'll admit, is hard, or at least it's hard for me. I get into a habit of I like to do things the way I've always done them. It's easy. I know what I'm doing. I can get the task done. But we've got to learn how to be adaptable, especially in this day and age. There's no more sitting around and saying, well, I'm just going to do it the old way, the way I've always done it. You'll be out of a job pretty fast. So we're going to have operator running errands. Operators already got agents that, they can do, like we've talked about, they can do all kinds of tasks for you. But it takes creativity at a 4. And out of 4, I mean, in the score, when you do your scores, everything's out of 5. So operator takes about a 4 out of your creativity to guide it. Grok 3, getting rid of those forms you don't like to do, those paying those bills and all that stuff. Judgment at a 5. Adaptability at a 4 to keep up. Toss in Coursera's top skills using AI tools, managing systems. All of that's up in interest 1,600%. And, so if you will do that, if you'll take our recommendations, do the self-assessment, take some classes, you're ahead in 2025 and beyond. So this shift is your shot. I got to be careful how I say that. Now, AI is not the boss yet. The assessment is linked below. Please subscribe to our channel to have it. And we're going to see you real soon and tell you what to do next. Thanks for watching.